Hello everyone, I'm Dhanushka Tiarachi and an international language instructor. Virtually, it is happy to say that I have made up my mind to start the brand new program for you with a view to enhancing your English knowledge as much as possible. So I have made the latest programs to introduce you to develop your listening skill. In fact, I'm willing to start this listening programs by presenting a question on the screen before you start listening. According to the best of our knowledge, the question is very much helpful you to get the better understanding, and also you're supposed to be to find the answer at the end. As far as I'm convinced that you can definitely develop your listening skill than you expect. Now I'm going to ask a question. Choose the best answer. Fred took the all books to the bookseller because answer number 1, he never had the time to read them. Answer number 2, his wife did not like having them in the house. Answer number 3, he wanted to find out what they were worth. Answer number 4, he expected to get some money for them. While you are listening to this listening comprehension, you can define the answer at the end. Now I'm going to present this listening comprehension to you. You do buy all books, don't you? Asked Fred, putting his parcel down on the shop counter. I'll have to see what you've got before I can answer that question. The bookseller said, business isn't so good as it used to be. People seem to prefer to buy new books nowadays. Fred opened his parcel and laid the books out on the counter. I don't pretend to know much about books, he said. I had sorry. Okay. You do buy all books, don't you? Asked Fred, putting his parcel down on the shop counter. I will have to see what you have got before I can answer that question. The bookseller said, business isn't so good as it used to be. People seem to prefer to buy new books nowadays. Fred opened his parcel and laid the books out on the counter. I don't pretend to know much about books, he said. I have had these 4 years and I haven't even read them. My grandfather left them to me, as a matter of fact, but my wife never stops complaining about them. She says they make the house look dirty. So I thought I would bring them in to show you, just in case that there is anything of interest. In the meantime, the bookseller was picking up the books one by one and examining them. He shook his head. They are not much good, he said. I can give you a few pounds for the lot if you want to get rid of them. I can't offer you more, I am afraid. When he saw the last book, however, his eyes lit up with excitement. What is it? asked Fred. Now this is worth something, exclaimed the bookseller, turning over the pages. It is a very rare edition. He handed the book to Fred, who looked at the title. It was a novel of the last century by an author whose the name he had never heard of? Of all the books which he had gathered together to bring to the bookshop, this one had looked the least interesting. How much is it worth? He asked the bookseller. How much? The man repeated. I can't tell you exactly, but not less than £100. I should say. I'm only guessing. It may be worth a lot more. It was Fred's turn to be excited. He thought of all the wonderful things he could buy with £100. Thank you very much for watching my video. Please be the kind enough to subscribe to the channel. Let's get to FCML and click on the bell icon to get the latest videos. Join us again.